Hello, this is my 21st update since the arrival of COVID-19, and I've been talking to you about how New Zealand is handling the progress through this pandemic and the impact it's having on our recovery in this country. Now, I haven't talked to you for a few weeks as there has not been many changes coming through relating to immigration policies, but we do have more. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ranson. I'm based in the Wellington region and operate throughout New Zealand with a global outreach. I'm a licensed immigration advisor, accredited and licensed by the New Zealand government, and we specialise in all types of New Zealand immigration apart from refugee law. Now, I'm updating New Zealand employers, migrants in New Zealand, those who are sadly trapped offshore, and those of you who are looking to New Zealand for your future. Now, since my last communication, the COVID-19 virus has been brought under control. Our largest city, Auckland, is at level 2 and the rest of the country is at level 1. Now, some key things that you should be aware of. Our border does remain closed, and those people who are granted exemptions to come in, your 14 days managed isolation is arranged now by your travel agent at the time of booking flights. Immigration New Zealand are processing offshore applications under partnership and dependent children of New Zealand citizens and residents. Now, partners must meet partnership requirements, and this does not include an application for a partner under a general visitor visa. Now, if the partnership application doesn't meet the immigration partnership requirements, a general visitor visa may be appropriate. Now, immigration will place that application on hold until border restrictions allow the processing of that new visa. Now, if this applies to you, it's advisable, do get in the queue for processing when the border opens. Now, people in New Zealand on visitor visas issued before 11 September 2020 can now study for up to 6 months in a year. This gives them an extra 3 months on top of the usual 3 months they're allowed on a visitor visa. School-aged children from overseas who are unable to leave New Zealand due to COVID-19 will be allowed to go to local schools as temporary domestic students for the rest of 2020, providing they meet the certain criteria, such as not having previously been enrolled as an international student. Now, for those school-aged children who have accompanied their parents into New Zealand through the other critical workers pathway, you will hold a visitor visa on arrival. Now, for this young person to attend school other than a private fee-paying school, the option of attending a public school, you can encounter issues. Now, our government states that all school children are entitled to attend school, but we're finding that many of the public schools are not recognising the 3 months free eligibility. This is being reviewed by the authorities and we're waiting their comments. Now, those of you who have your residence applications lodged, arising out of a work to residence pathway and your current visas are expiring, now be aware that if your employer is no longer accredited or you are now over the age of 55, you can apply for a further work to residence visa, providing you then are able to have your lawful presence in New Zealand and you're not jeopardising your residence application. Now, due to so many New Zealanders returning home and employment numbers rising, we must look after these people. Now, the government has recognised that some occupations we have an oversupply and an undersupply of skilled people. So to help employers get the migrants they want, refer to the government work and income site. As this is now determined by regions in New Zealand, you, the migrant in New Zealand, be prepared to move location. Now, it's been determined that we do have this oversupply of occupations, and employers must check the Ministry of Social Development worksite. The occupation lists will be reviewed every 3 months. Now, Investor Visa New Zealand, residence opportunities. So, if you are a 10 million New Zealand dollars or a 3 million plus, or if you have an adult child who is a New Zealand resident or citizen, have an income annually of 60,000 New Zealand, plus you have 1 million to invest and another 500,000 to live on, have a look at New Zealand. Look, there are some great opportunities and a way to make an impression on the economic recovery of this country. We can help you, so just let me know if you're interested. Now, we at Woburn International are a great team of knowledgeable, skilled people with high values. So look, do talk to us about what you'd like to achieve with your immigration needs. We'll assess your prospects at no charge. So until next time, keep safe and healthy, and thank you for listening.